What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another one. And I gotta say, man, I guess today is a comedy day, because I had that Freedom Tunes reaction, and now I got this. Freaking Joe Biden, man. Joe Biden has the lowest approval ratings among past 10 U.S. presidents, it says. This is according to the Gallup polls. It says Biden's 13th quarter approval ranks at the bottom 12% of all presidential quarters since 1945. I want that to sink in for a minute. Since 1945, this joker over here, because I'm not going to call him anything worse than that because I don't need the alphabet agencies knocking on my door. But for what, 60 years, 80, for almost 80 years, this guy is nailing it as being the awful most worst that you could possibly be. He's nailing it. He's nailing it hard, man. He's like I'm gonna be the worst that I could possibly be, and he's nailing it so far. I mean, so far I've never felt a president and you don't want to feel a president. You don't want to feel the change in president, but man, did I feel a change in president. Anyways, that's just me, you guys. Let's get into this video, huh? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel grow, and we would love to have you as a member of the flock. The water's warm and all that. And honestly, the family appreciates it. I appreciate it. We love you guys, man. Even you hate watchers that you guys, I don't know, you guys love hating. I don't know. We love you guys too, man. It's nothing but positivity over here. It says Joe Biden's job approval rating for the 13th quarter of his presidency is the lowest of his term and is the worst among all presidents in modern history, according to a recent Gallup poll. Damn! Biden averaged 38.7% job approval during his recently completed 13th quarter in office, which began on January 20th and ended April 19th. None of the other 9 presidents elected to their first term since Dwight Eisenhower had a lower 13th quarter average than Biden, said the April 26th poll. At the same time in the presidency, former President Donald Trump had a higher approval rating of 46.8%, which was higher than his predecessor Barack Obama's 45.9% rating. See, but you guys voted for the mean tweets to stop, man. I mean, I hope. Look, if you voted for Biden and you realize you messed up, welcome. We want you. Okay? We're happy that you saw the error of your ways. We're happy that, you're coming to our side. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, no, you messed us up. Yeah, but that was neither here nor there, okay? We can't go back in time. What we can do is fix the future by ensuring that what we do today is important and correct. So every time that we do something, like for example, pick a president, it's important. We have to be correct about it, right? Important and correct. Anyways, it says this is Biden's lowest quarterly approval rating to date. The president had averaged higher than 50% in his first 2 quarters, with subsequent ratings remaining around 40%. Before President Biden, the previous lowest rating was registered by President George H.W. Bush at 41.8%. President Eisenhower continues to rank at the top with an approval rating of 73.2%. None of the presidents since then has ever been able to cross the 60% approval level for the 13th quarter. 3 of the 4 prior presidents who had 13th quarter approval averages below 50% lost their re-election bids, with Obama the exception, Gallup stated. Yeah. Biden's most recent quarterly averages ranked 277th out of 314th presidential quarters in Gallup records dating to 1945. That puts it in the bottom 12% of all presidential quarters. That is so embarrassing. And I hope he's embarrassed. He can't be embarrassed. He doesn't know where he is right now. Gallup noted that President Biden's 13th quarter was filled with several key issues affecting the United States, including elevated levels of illegal crossings at the U.S. southern border and the war between Israel and Hamas. While macroeconomic indicators, particularly job growth, remain positive, there have been signs that inflation may be increasing again. The stock market, which hit record highs during the quarter, has faltered in recent weeks. With 83%, President Biden continues to have a high approval rating among Democrats. However, he only had a rating of 2% among Republicans. Rating from independents was also weak at 33%. And those are the people that decide elections, the independents. Those are the ones. In this election year, when Biden is hoping U.S. voters reward him with a second term, he is needing some positive momentum to put him in a stronger position to be reelected, Gallup said. However, that didn't occur during the past 3 months, with Americans no more positive about how Biden is doing his job than they were in his prior quarter or for most of the past 3 years. Hate to say I told you so, man. No, I'm lying. I love saying I told you so. Isn't that the best? On a side note, isn't saying I told you so like the best? Or is it just me being petty? Because I am kind of petty, I guess. But I love saying I told you so. I'm not going to say it now, but I do love saying I told you so. Other polls have also shown that Americans have ongoing concerns about President Biden in the White House. An AP NORC poll, I don't know what that is, from last month showed that only 40% of Democrats were extremely or very confident about President Biden's mental capability. For President Trump, nearly 60% of Republicans said they have confidence in their candidate. Yeah, dude, hell yeah. He's spry. He is spry for his age. An April 24th poll by the Pew Research Center found that while 42% of voters said President Trump was a good or great president, this dropped to just 28% when it came to President Biden. That's bad, man. Trump leading Biden. It says Biden's low approval rating comes as he lags behind President Trump in the 2024 race based on numbers from multiple polls. Oh, I hope, because this is the exact thing that happened last time and we lost, and I don't think we lost, but I'm not gonna get into that. Cause who cares? It is what it is, and what ended up happening ended up happening. It says an April 18th survey by Emerson College polling found that 46% of voters backed President Trump, a 3 percentage point lead over President Biden with 43% support. Since the poll in early April, support for President Biden fell by 2 points, while President Trump maintained his backing. So in other words, Trump's holding steady, where Biden is just kind of falling slowly. It's like feather fall, like a feather fall. Voters who think the cost of living is rising support Trump over Biden, 56% to 32%, said Spencer Kimball, executive director of Emerson College Polling. Another recent poll by McLaughlin and Associates found that 38% of respondents backed President Trump, a 2-point advantage over President Biden's 36%. An average of polls conducted between January and March showed that President Trump led President Biden by 2 to 7 points in all 6 swing states: Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Huh. All swing states, huh? I thought Florida was a swing state. It's not a swing state anymore? It's considered red? I mean, that'd be awesome if it was true, which I hope it is. In an interview with the Epoch Times, Robert Cahaly, Trafalgar Group's head pollster, said that President Trump's hidden voters are becoming more vocal in the polls. Good. The hidden Trump vote has always been there, and there's a certain segment of Trump people who just won't say they're for Trump, he said. Though the share of such pro-Trump hidden voters varies by state, you've probably got 3 to 5% of Trump people kind of under the radar. That sounds fair. At a campaign rally in Pennsylvania this month, President Trump called on President Biden for a debate anytime, anywhere, any place. He'll demolish. Well, he demolished him in the past. He embarrassed the hell out of him. The thing is that when you've got the media in your pocket, it's easy. You know what I mean? When you've got the media and these alphabet agencies hiding things like the Hunter laptop from hell, all these things, of course, it nothing comes up. We have to debate because our country is going in the wrong direction so badly. While it is a little bit typical early, we have to debate. We have to explain to the American people what the hell is going on, he said. Yeah. Biden recently responded that he will debate President Trump, but did not give a date. His confirmation came after the White House refused to give a clear answer on the issue several times. He does not want to debate President Trump, and he shouldn't. If I was if I was evil and I didn't care about where my soul's going at the end of my life, and I was using Biden like a meat puppet, like they are, because the guy does not have his faculties, I would tell him to not debate Trump. There's nothing to gain from it. He's only gonna look like an ass, a bigger ass. Um, it says multiple media outlets have requested the two candidates to engage in a debate. Yeah, of course, because they're gonna eat up all the ratings. If there's one thing Americans can agree on during this polarized time, it is that the stakes of this election are exceptionally high. Yeah, they are, man. Amidst that backdrop, there is simply no substitute for the candidates debating with each other. And before the American people, their visions for the future of our nation, said a joint statement from several mainstream media outlets. Bro, this is crazy. Things are getting crazy. Things are heating up. Uh, I don't know anything about those ration like Patriot Supply, and I'm not sponsored by anybody. Don't don't think I am. But I'm gonna look into something like that because it is gonna get crazy. I know it's gonna get crazy. I just know it because if you're for probably maybe not in my area because we're a pretty conservative area, but let me tell you guys, man, in Miami probably they're not going to be happy that Trump went. Well, it depends because there's a lot of Cubans there, and Cubans tend to be conservative. And I say that as a Cuban, of course. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to play this one by ear. But you guys, be safe and you know the line, right? Stay safe and stay based. Well, for real, stay safe. Get yourself some sort of backup plan. Get yourself something that'll help the house in case it all goes to hell this November after the election, huh? But for now, gotta say the catchphrase: stay safe and stay based.